Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Massalia, in which, well, we got big plans, but those plans will have to come slightly later, and because one reason, one of our generals is disloyal, and he's from the Stratocid family, you know, the family that is scorned, and it doesn't help that the man is last. That doesn't help it, but the real question is, well, why did we employ him in the last episode in the first place? Well, I'll be sure to give those two jobs finally, even though the Democrats won't like it. Well, but, anyways. Oh yeah, this man. He's from the old Xanafid family. Which, if you've seen that last episode where it involved, well, a situation that caused, well, a bit of a divide of the famed Xanafid family. We've fallen from grace, and then we went back to prominence. Basically, starting the whole thing again. Now, as for him, we'll put up another Xanafid man there, but frail and aggressive. What's your conviction towards them? We'll give him that despite the bad zeal that he has. But I hope that it'll improve in time. Now, as for all the other minor characters, get out. Make some room for the Stratoclids. We're gonna give them their jobs, and so that way they can shut the heck up. Oh, and I need a bit of precision. Well, I wouldn't want to put my rival in there, because, you know, I did some bad things to him. Attempted assassinations is what I mean. Preferably someone I could trust. I'll just put the old man there. He's basically switched jobs. Here's another minor character. Oh, it's Philonidas, Anaxarchid. We got an event on near the end of the last episode, which was the Man of Ares, where you get a talented man of 12 martial, but I don't want to put him up there. Just save it. Hey, any of you Stratoclids, Democrats? There's one man. Actually, here's another, but he's a general. Oh, I got an even skilled guy. I think we found our man. He can be this. We're just trying to give more prominence to the Democrat Party. That's what I'm trying to do. So as that'll quiet that family a bit. Now all I gotta deal with is that governor. But she's plotting quietly, but it'll go away in time. I think it'll go away in time. I will soon be going away in time, as the health deteriorates me a bit. So I'll look to seek treatment now that we replaced a more competent physician. Because the last one will cost me an eye. Because I wanted to, you know, stay around just a little bit longer. Until Antigonos, my grandson, could change his conviction from oligarch to Democrat. That's the most important thing. As he's the testamentary there. He's the chief magistrate. And at the same time, Rome is at war with Carthage and their subjects. But in actuality, they're just only going to take Sicily. And this would be a good time to, well, attack them now, but here's one problem. They've really stepped up on the creation of having more cohorts. So they spent their manpower by creating more cohorts. Not mercenaries necessarily. But if you look at this, it's double pay, patrician plebeian aristocracy. Marian reforms they've also done. merchant exceptions, expanded Campus Maritus, and a ruler marshal, which he's in the middle. Livonia. Oh boy, what have we got ourselves into? I mean, our manpower is near full, but we just do not have the same luxuries as the Romans, which they gain their manpower just double as we get. So, if we want that city, well, there's no better chance than right now. We'll be getting on board with the two armies and sail them over to Velia. That's the goal. City of Velia. Just take Lucania, and it appears there is a fort up there. And this one's got 5 forts. Is that really necessary? Province of 2 forts. But plenty of cities, which there's no shortage of cities in Magna Graecia, since our Greek ancestors were once there. Well, no, your ancestors are from Phocaea, over there. Even though it's got a different name. Remember that. You're thinking of your Italian cousins, Italian cousins. So get ready for war. That's our plan. Oh, and by the way, before I hit record on this episode, not too long ago my mouth was bleeding because I tasted a bit of the blood, and yet I couldn't find anywhere of where did the blood originate from. But I know I tasted it, and one would think, is this a sign of a bad omen of what's to come? Who knows? Who knows? I remember doing this for the Phocaean League mission. That's for future war. Get on board. We're only sending the best that we've got for now. Head to this part of the sea. It's going to take a long time to land it, though it's actually better over here. And watch out for pirates. Actually, they took down one of their forts. Must be for cost reasons. Whatever. Makes it easier for us. That's what they've been up to. Despite the lack of supplies that we'll be getting there by then, but there's a lot of good supply in very fertile land. Again, we're against huge numbers here. So our plan is to outfox them. Somehow. But the ships will remain, just to get in and out, away from danger. While we have to take the main objective, city of Velia. We have no need for this. At least they stopped. Yes, you're still bitter, but... Oh, well, he's about to die in about a month or so. In a month or so. He's 78. So this one fleet stays. As a matter of fact, it fits everybody in there. In this one fleet. Well, we can come back and, Guess you need to trim it a bit. Right. But before we do that, I noticed something somewhere. As far as who are the allies concerned, may make a few alliances. Well, I don't think Genote would be any help. These guys might. It's just improvisations. Not an ally of Rome's, but they may help out. Again, anything that can distract them. Certainly not them. They wouldn't contribute much. And we don't, obviously not going to make an alliance with Carthage because we're bitter enemies. Yeah, they're involved. They're involved. Obviously that too. Just anyone that can stop the Romans. And we have no contact with Phrygia. But they're just short of becoming a great power. And maybe them. They can fight against one of Rome's allies. And through there, then... boy, that's going to require a lot of planning. Maybe those guys, but... listen, we've already arrived. And having them back together again with us, wouldn't hurt. Bitter enemy. We live right next door, so that could work. Okay, I'll tell you one thing's for certain. We're going to be using them. And them too. Now we may get another one on our side in the future. Again, it'll hurt our political influence. Just a tad bit. I mean, I need all available help I can get, as we would need some people to distract and fight against their allies. Well, I mean, it's a safe bet that the Romans are all over there. And they've occupied all of Genotian territory. And they'll soon be out of the war. And all we have to do, again, control Lucania, and just, well, try to get the war score up to 10, by any means, and just take this city and this city alone. I don't want the whole province, because that would be suicide. But nowadays, we have a good diplomatic reputation thanks to all the honey from the capital. So, hope to know what we're doing. We'll call some of the other allies later. But please remember, we're going to figure out how to outfox them. By the way, as for the fish, there's already surplus of that, it's fine. Oh, I didn't pay attention. Why do we not have a... Let's see, don't we have base metals already here? No? Guess you're gonna need another one of these. That's okay. If you break up an alliance, I understand. Remember your objective. Velia, and only that. I mean, blockading does help up with the war score a bit. This is 23 ships. Want to get all 28 then. 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. Now go pick up this one more army. Quickly. At least they're all Liburnians. They're the fastest ships around. While they'll stay back, like in case the Romans do come, then run. Okay, look, listen, we want the city, and only the city, okay? Starts with a V. How much of that? Well, you gotta have at least 10. We'll just occupy the whole province, and then we're good. Which, you know, we're quite a ways there. Away from the zone of control. If we control the majority of the province, then it's fine. I'm sure those Romans are going to be hopping mad at us. He's the new head of the family, and he ain't healthy either. And speaking of healthy, still trying to seek treatment, as the inflammation is starting to really get to me. Although I would assassinate you, but you're currently in mourning, so probably not in good health, based on what you've been through. And soon you'll be a Democrat, and once you become Democrat, I'm going to, here's my plan. Get rid of the head by any means. Assassination, make him an admiral of one ship, and have him get captured by pirates, and won't have to be able to see him again. Yeah, that'll be worth it. Shoot, I didn't know they're there already. Well, the movement's already locked. At 39,000 strong. You know they're going to bring a lot of discipline. This is just only the support troops. We have the better general than his, but talk about bad timing. We outnumbered them, but yeah, we got the better generals. The ships aren't even there yet. I didn't think they would be stationed up there. No. They'll be arriving on the 12th. We'll be there on the 14th. We're using the same tactics, bottlenecks, so stay strong. I think I have an idea what their tactics are going to be. Triplex, that's probably what they're going to use. That tactic, that's exclusive for the Italics Romans. But hey, winning one battle, look at them. They have way more heavy infantry. That's what the Romans are famous for. But of course, a part of that might be some from the other allies. But the vast majority definitely Roman. As there's already 11 of these. we'll be bringing in our operators and the heavy cavalry. But we have better generalship. Bet you we have you on our side again. This is going to be bloody. No. So skirmishing. They know what they're doing. Not good. Get out of there. Get to the ships and get the hell out of here. And they got way more out there. There's someone knew they were coming. We can't reorganize out here. We'll have to be in friendly territory. So get back to Corsica and reorganize and get all that manpower. You're coming in with us. Well, after we get a couple more ships, they'll be here. Thank you. Treatment successful. But I'm still depressed. But it'll definitely slow down. For the time being. See, this is what's hard about fighting against the Romans. They're utilizing all their manpower. And they figured out what our tactics were. Not like that. Well, he's already made up his mind. We will return. We did say we have to outfox them, but I don't think that strategy is going to work. Why is there so many deceitful people there? Reorganize. Both of you. Once we return, call the allies. Making sure you get enough ships to transport all these armies across. Especially that we'll be bringing in more archers, more heavy infantry, and such. Evidence. Which should definitely be the difference maker. They outsmarted us by choosing the right tactic. Only Carthage were to hire mercenaries to deal with them. Slow them down. But I'm sure in time they're gonna tell them defeated opponents to have access and then be running our borders. But instead you're against the best military of the Mediterranean. With seemingly unlimited manpower and lots of cohorts. Whereas we just... well, we have to outsmart them somehow. This second Strauss just needs 3,000 more, and this needs a lot more. Just slowly reorganize, get to the ships, and Head to Corsica. Let's all meet in Corsica. We will try again. So I'd say we have contact with Moria, and how do we get this news? Strange. Strange to know that. Actually, no. Land here. Sorry, we're gonna take up a bunch of your food. Supply our troops. We're just all meeting here. He was the other head of the family. Once we come back, then call the tribes in. They're near full. So are they. They're full. Okay, stop reorganizing. Your morale will be up all the way by the time we get here. And your reinforcements will be filled in the next month. If we get clobbered in one area, then let it be here. But do not worry, we'll bring a single weapon. That's the elephants. If you want to bring mercenaries abroad, that's going to cost you a lot. But it would be better if it was, let me see. Oh, 12. How much a month? Because I'll take what I can afford. So, we may pick up these guys. More heavy infantry and better commanders. I'm just not sure what kind of tactic we would pick, because if we pick phalanx, they're gonna go for this. And that would definitely hurt us. Unless you want to go all reliable. Which sounds like a stupid move, but it might be our best bet. So we'll go for this. And, not sure. Maybe this as well. You hire them. Takes a while for the morale to be full. Yeah, why not those guys locally? And how much do we have? Oh, that's a lot. Yeah, it's different quality. Alright, get in. Turn to the area. Now the light infantry has a little more offense. been a long time since the Olympics has happened. Well, the new guy. Send him. We'll be returning to the area, while you will be supported by elephants. Once you all land, we're gonna go get some mercenary reinforcements. Now they know we're here. We just control all of Lucania and this very heavily fortified place. Once you have Lucania, then just, well, try to survive. It's our best bet. But until we get a war score up to 10, by defeating one of their armies in battle, then we should be alright. Damn fort. It's got a level 3 fort, so they're very defensive heavy. All these people who are the best generals, they had to be in this army. Should have thought about improving the army before going over there. Okay. You're almost there. Oh boy, what are we doing? You know they're going to be coming up here soon. Okay, I just thought of an idea, but get the mercenaries over here, quickly. This is for additional reinforcements. Remember the pillars of Heracles? Block them here. Even though we don't know where the vast majority of the Roman soldiers are, but they know we're here. You stand guard. Alright. Praise be the Mercenaries. Victorious. Well, since I ain't gonna be around any longer, so why not? Of course, can't go straight that way because the fort's in the way, so just stay there. Hold your position. The fleet's on the way with mercenary reinforcements, which will assist you in battle. And then we're going to use this fleet to block the good dang strait. strait that leads to Sicily. Now we can't call reinforcements in because we didn't think about it. Oh, here they come. Experience decay lowered. First Legion. You know, they couldn't last that long with all that kind of money. Once they attack, get all the troops to converge. Oh no, don't do it. This is a very calculated move. Oh hell, they're already crossing it. God, blast it. "40 cohorts, that's insane!" Get on the other side and land them there. They're clear. We're gonna get clobbered out here. Always with the granaries. Good to know. Oh, they're force marching their way. Get ready. They're always attacking our weaker one. And unfortunately, that's where our best general is. Going now, we can beat him off here, and then get this one next. It's skirmishing, so it's the same. Of course, they have a better discipline than we do. But we're bringing in the elephants. This time we got him. Okay, now block the straits. Even though they have many reinforcements, well, we need to take this fort down, take all the objectives mainly, and then we should be all right. For the most part, even though the vast majority of troops are in mainland Italy. Unacceptable casualties that we took, but we killed them more. What else can you ask? Go reinforce them. To your original posts. And slow down on the force marching. You're to reinforce this army here. We could have taken Heraclea, but I think it's kind of too dangerous now. We don't know how many more have crossed the strait, but we do know they're out there, and many of their allies will come. Maybe each of the armies should have had elephant support, since elephants do come in handy. Straits are blocked. We assume rest of the armies are in Sicania. and Syracuse provinces. So we just have to worry about them now. We have the better generals, but how long can we last is a real question. We can't reorganize anywhere. And the supplies is very bad because of attrition. This here is no better. It's just the best place there are in the cities. This is not the best place to hold our positions in. We're off to a good start. These areas will fall. Now we have to go retake them, and quickly. Good food supply here now that we've controlled the majority of Lucania, for the majority for the time being. How to evacuate the rest of them is another question. Perhaps needs more ships. But a couple of triremes. This is just to fend off pirates. It'll take a couple of more days, but it'll pick up almost everybody when the situation demands it. Just control this majority of the province, then should be alright. That fort is going to be a problem there. Doesn't matter how high of a level you put your fortress in, as long as we got good siege engineering. So, stay at the fort. We'll try to get moving a little. Stop something, figured something out. If they attack, everybody converge. Oh, they're back. Didn't we just beat these guys? So I am having a safe bet that most of them are still in Sicily. I hope not in the mainland. I mean, we have control of the fort. We got the food access now. Stay together. Oh, that's more than one legion. Yoi. So this one is their best one, First Legion, based on the number of heavy infantry they're bringing. The mercenaries are still not ready for combat yet. Do we even have the time to drill while they surround us and just circle around us? Because that's, you know, scary. Well, I'm not going to be around for long. Popularity's the least of my worries now. How healthy am I? And Teganos, he's going to be Democrat very, very soon. And then he'll stay Democrat for the rest of his life once it reaches 100. Haven't impregnated your wife yet. Remember, you gotta have 10, but we're way behind that. And then we'll be able to call allies. So I don't know where Rome is going. Probably to go after Genuitia. They've probably taken some of their areas. Or we've taken it, I don't know. But with those allies up there, they're gonna cause much more trouble. Do not move until they leave. Just let the Romans go where they wanted to go, for God's sakes. Now, how much would it be to hire local... Oh, my. Hold on. How much would that be, just for hiring? Will cost 85. And they one each month, and this spending it costs even more. Unacceptable. Oh, they're back again. I mean, hope we blocked most of them, but this is the one that we defeated them earlier. But again, they have no shortages of manpower nor cohorts. But if they're going to be running out of money soon, rather than later, then maybe. Well, we could afford one more mercenary band, but that would be those guys up there. Costs 19 a month, which we could barely afford that. We're barely full on manpower now. So we should be alright. We know they're coming again, so hold your position still. Do not move. We're filling up our food, but things are gonna get bad in a hurry. If we have another one of these, then Archer's discipline would increase. If only we had more elephants. Sorry, could acquire some. In fact, grow them here. What do you mean, grow them? You build them! Shoot. After this trial, then you know elephants are going to take a number of years, so just... This is for the other. And as for that 20,000 strong army, what it needs is more light cavalry. At least, another 3. And we'll pick them up by ship once all this is produced, the cavalry portion at least. God dang storm. Do not leave. Just weather it. Bring you in a few more so we will compensate. We'll be sending the... No. 3 of the damaged ones, which are the weakest ones, to head to Massalia to go pick up the cavalry and send them to there. Got it? Hope they do something stupid where we can defeat them. Because we can't go until we get the rest of them. If they do come here with all the combined strength, we're screwed. Almost there. Remember, we have the better generals, but when they get together, oh boy, things are gonna get out of hand and hurt. How the hell did it get across here? 2% spread across all territories. Maybe the fleet's not large enough. I mean, we've blocked the Carthaginians, and how do we not block this one? This is the right sea zone. We're going to be in big trouble. Yeah, take it as you like, but remember, we can't stay here forever. Get ready. Another big battle's coming. It's their allies. And you know there's many more coming. You know, I think there is something missing in all of this, but who knows? Who knows these things? They got their objective, but now they're going to put their full focus on us. And we're far from trying to take the relevant objective. Let's go for skirmishing. Oh, switch that. What beats skirmishing? Bottleneck. No, you're reading it backwards. Skirmishing beats bottleneck. None of the tactics, but use phalanx. They withdrew. The legions withdrew. They left their ally high and dry. Get back to your positions. Actually, this is your position. To the hill. One of the elephants goes over there. Have to get the rest of them one of these days. We can't stand out here forever. Ah, here we go again. It's the army from the south. Okay, they rethinked it. Hey, we're gonna have to go again. Stop, they just rethink that. We just want to give them a bit of rest. Which I don't know how long they can last out there. Knowing that there are so many of them out there. I'll ship them over to Heraclea. Okay. Go quickly. It's the First Legion. It's their best one. They're sending their very best. Good tactics. Shock action. Switch that. May not have the full effectiveness of it, but we'll give it a beating. Now they got envelopment. No, no, no. They withdrew. We have the numbers. Do not be dismayed. Stay there. You have the most experience out of all of them. Just drill. Make them dare. Just tell them that, you know, we'll be ready. We'll hold on to the hills like our lives depend on it. What are we doing here? Our real objective is that city, and that city only. If we can take Lucania, then we control this region, and we have to keep fending them off until we are no more. There'll be additional reinforcements coming, but we just can't seem to blockade the straits like we did with the Carthaginians. Just go away, go bother someone else. I need 44,000 men. So yes, we're definitely killing them off. But who can last long in a war? That's the real question. However, the light cavalry is to link up with this army, which needs a bit more of the light cavalry. See, look at that. It's evidence that they can cross through the straits with no problem. What the heck? Is blockade ineffective? I mean, we're doing alright. Get some more ships. We're doing alright on the front, but not so much. Oh, this is where they stop and regroup. Now is it enough to deny access? Get up here. Sorry about all that. And the ships wouldn't have any problems. So now the ships are to return to Massalia to go pick up a few elephants to support another one of the armies. Seems we're doing well with the elephants. Well, they need to get their morale up, and at the same time keep drilling. So, in fact, everybody keep drilling. All of you. I mean, you almost got all the loyal cohorts, you son of a... Just pretty much tells you how useful you are as the honor guard. You too. To the mercenaries, keep drilling. So we just want everybody to have their experience, so they'll take less damage in combat. Just to show them that we can defeat the Romans. Do not be dismayed. Have them in. There's plenty of food for all of us. Just remove this miser. Don't want any corruption around here. Unfortunately, the most qualified man is Artemidoros, which isn't he still? No, it's going to be Gorgipas. Younger by a few years. Actually, do give him a governor position. Talking about him, of course. This will give him a chance to be elected based on how well he's doing on his job. It would be better if it was him, but he's kind of old, you know. Well, I need to hang on just a few more, because he's about to become a Democrat. And once he becomes Democrat, then get rid of the party leader. He hasn't picked up another trait yet. Alright. There goes the head of the family. We'll just keep drilling, and then once we beat their armies one more time, then we'll advance to the rest of the province. They're coming back again. Cars by 20. Looks like we may have another battle in our hands. If they're willing to go for it. I mean, they don't have the morale. Should we? I mean, their morale is slightly lower. We would have a better chance of defeating the 3rd Legion, which they have many cohorts. So yeah, they're really using up the manpower reserves, and beating them again would definitely use up a bit more. Well, now they're going to put their full focus on here now. So, like it or not, we're going to take the brunt of this. It's what you're complaining about. Lack of military access. I mean, we had our chance to call them, but we didn't. Because we didn't know better. But all we could say now is, well, we're on our own here. And soon we'll get a few more elephants. We could take down this army and get Velia. We have to get out of our comfort zone. We can stay here as long as we like, but we have to take the objectives if we want to win this war. So, come on, let's go. Stop. Force march. Go. Stop. Going. Force march. Go. We'll get him here. You slow down a little. It's almost like we're fighting guerrilla warfare here. We fight on the hills. Well done. Mercenaries are really taking a beating. Stand by over there. You go up here too. And slow down. You are to head to this area while we will get to Velia. That's the real objective of the war. If we can make it in the positive for the rest of the way. Now they need 31,000 men. Taking Velia would have safe port for the elephants. Storms are at it again. These elephants will be coming soon. Did they revolt? Yes, they did. Of course they would. But this does not stop the importation of these great beasts. They're going to try to retake it if they like. But they're in for a rude awakening. Position yourselves here. We'll go meet them at the hills of that port. We're going to have to wait a little, let them get the food. It's going to take a while for them. Status quo. Just 2 more areas to take. I mean, we'll drive them out, then it'll be back in the zone of control. Now, then we'll hold our positions here, here, and here. Well, particularly here. A little closer. Just surround them. So they'll have nowhere to run. We'll strike first, you'll follow behind. No, we may have you in the service soon. Humanist zone of fit. Which one are you? Are you any brother related? Look it up. That's what that's for. Humanist. Oh yeah, he's definitely gonna be Democrat. Not to mention young, so we'll make him strategos, despite his lack of experience with just about anything relating to statesmanship. So we have to attack now, before, you know, the others will be following us. But it seems that the straits cannot hold them, so we have to, you know, guess we'll have to let them, because it just does not seem to stop the flow of their reinforcements, or anything for that matter. But we can beat them up in many battles and just see who's going to exhaust it first, us or them. And they'll have all that money again with this maintenance and that sort of thing. Where are we on this family? Bear sits of it. Teganos, he's about to be Democrat soon, in about 2 months' time, or so. And he will remain so. It'll help get his senatorial influence up. And in the meantime, hopefully it'll start giving Democrats some seats. Not like, you know, them. Since we traditionalists hold the majority because of the Archon. But it's possible that, you know, he could still be in power. That's partly the reason why I had to get traded. So I could try to prolong my life a little. Unless I somehow get over depression at this late of age. But right now the focus is the war. And only that. And also we may pick up some mercenaries along the way. I'm actually going to do that. So it'll take time for their morale to go up. Or lowering the fort maintenance since our home territory is not being invaded right now. Okay. Let's attack. The rest of you shall follow. Oh, watch yourselves. Use deception. Both of you. Come on, hurry. Taking a beating out here. We got more. Come on, hurry up. Why haven't you finished them off? About to. The supply trains are fending off the archers. What kind of men are you? We got enemy reinforcements coming. So that'll be penalty on the attacker. Unusually, Theodoros demonstrated, the mercenary captain, has started to insist on formal uniform regulations for all those served under him. Even more unusually, it appears to be having a positive effect on the income of his military gain. The curious development. Now he's disciplined. A little more discipline. Good. That's the deadliest battle yet. Now they caught us on the act. This can't be good. Can't be good. They withdrew. How much longer can we last out here? There is a need for them. Okay. We've beaten them so much that they will run out of manpower reserves where they can't refill all their cohorts. We've done a good job. But the question is, well, we're barely going to last. And we'll have more additional reinforcements on the way. We're barely making some income due to the, well, the lack of people who are paying them. So says you. Just have a little stop at Lucania. Now we have full, nearly full experience. So we should be alright. For the most part. No need to, you know, just wait for further reinforcements. We should be alright. We hope. Do not move. Previous mercenaries, you're the one that needs to be drilled. We want full experience from all of this. Why hasn't somebody declared war on Rome yet? This would be a perfect opportunity. Or we'll be using up our manpower reserves. Just let them roam around. I fear this is going to be our finest hour. They try to use all their combined forces to this hill. I know the attrition is bad, but this could be our chance to, you know, hit them here. I mean, they're going to be using up a lot more of the manpower. And of course, we'll be losing some of ours as a result. So just let the elephants eat. And then we'll be ready to send one of those fleets, particularly you, to Corsica to go pick up the mercenaries as relief. Don't frickin' move. I mean, our morale's bad enough as already is as theirs, so it would be wise just to stay here and wait for the mercenaries. We can't take all of Lucania until we get more reinforcements in the form of mercenaries. And a few elephants to join one of the armies. The battle-hardened soldiers surround our Sehar Punicus perform mighty acts of valor. Sehar and his act benevolence requests permission to institute a particular form of service award unique to his army. Sehar would take great offense at his being denied of his honor, but might wish to give him... Yes, more discipline. Just whatever it takes. I think they're all going to get together and they're going to head to here. If they're willing to organize something like this of a grand attack. We can't stay here forever. But if we can fight one army at a time, this would be to our advantage. "68 cohorts. It seems they decided to put together all their armies into one. First Legion. But to be fair, they don't have enough cohorts to... they don't have enough manpower to reinforce all their cohorts, so... maybe one more decisive battle. But look how close they are. If we make a move right now, they're gonna move in. We're not sure which army should we attack against. If they go this one, I mean, they're gonna be slowed down by that fort. Get to the ships and, well, actually just drop them off. Don't go in yet. But do send the other fleet. Blockade is useless. When they move north, attack there. That's our best bet. The fort will block them from going around. Oh, yes, we all have to stick together. It's the only way we can win. Oh, no. This keeps getting worse. They have decided to get together, including their best commander. I mean, they're fully reinforced. They're the freshest of the bunch. But they have the... Well, it's to the standards, they have the worst commander. Not even a proper Roman. Tactics consent solicit. Yeah, this is the part where you have to send in the elephants. Get to Velia. I know the mercenaries aren't ready, but... tell you what. Drill them. Just give them some degree of experience. Something we should have done as soon as they were hired. You know what? Get ready. All of you. Stop drilling. We will attack. Try them off of Velia. I mean, they're going to be heading this way. They'll arrive on the 6th. They'll arrive by tomorrow. Wait for their movement to be locked, and then attack them there. And with that, it's going to take a while for them. And then, after the battle, run to the hills. Okay. Go, go, go! Realize what we are up to. Hold on, let him go up there. Just don't let them link up. We'll try to catch them as fast as we can. The fort will block them, they cannot go further. So this is where we'll get them. One would think, is this a precursor to guerrilla warfare is what we're doing? We're fighting on the hills, even though it's not exactly, because we're not using smaller numbers, but we're trying to outmaneuver. Even though we're taking up most of the province's food, if we stay here longer. But I believe this is our best bet. This is their freshest army. When we defeat them, they're not going to reinforce very much for them. If they're going to try to move in directly, they can. At least in theory. See, they cannot. Now they've realized something's wrong. My rival with a mercenary captain? Oh, he's a mercenary. Loyalty will still be fine. We just have a disagreement, that's all. About the differences of philosophy of how war is waged. You just have to listen to my orders. And fight them all in this kind of environment. We won't be able to reinforce our troops based on where this is going, but neither can they. And theirs is way larger now. Alright, let's split up a little. Get to the other areas. No. This one stays with the mercenaries. Just head this way. The elephants are linked up with this army. We've done well. Return to Massalia. We can't create more cohorts. Soon we'll be relieved by mercenaries for the time being. And Rome can't even afford mercenaries. And it's gonna take a long time for the manpower to recover. And we'll be able to fight this army once the mercenaries get together with ours. You know, they're going down very fast. There, you got all but one under control. We're starting to, you know, feel the brunt of the war exhaustion on both sides. We have more zeal than them, but most of the war exhaustion is from our heavy casualties. Alright. Additional elephants. Legion killers. Again, we'll deal with Salernum a little later. That'll be the last piece of the puzzle. Ignored garrison. Oh, hell. I didn't know they count for that. I wonder why it's going down fast. Unless it's them that's ignoring garrisons. No, they're not. And you're not as good as Mercenary Count as some of the others, but hey, you're gonna be relieved. Let's get together here. We may have to drive them out before the garrison surrenders. 71, go! How can they afford that sort of thing? And they took it! Because we neglected the garrison. Damn it! Never thought I would be acting like that. We have to get this fort back. Even though it's going to be bad for the food supply since we do not control it. Stay here. Give it about 2 months and then we'll ship them over. This one's easy, but the real question is how long it can last. We can have control of the hills again. And war goals still being contested. We'll be here until we're bloody old men. That's how long we're going to be here. Get on board. Head to Velia. And get there quickly. Relief is coming. Out? Maybe we can trick them. No. I mean, our morale is near full for each of these. Give it another month and we'll be good to go. We could take and hold Salernum, then we should turn this war around, and we'll have additional mercenary reinforcements that are on their way, and things might be a little easier for our part, since we have exhausted their manpower resources. But theirs is their very best. They've reinforced this one more than any other. Unless they've combined all their legions into one here. I recall there was 60, so now it's 71. But their general, who's 10, heavy cavalry discipline up for him. Which, of course, he's got plenty of them. But we got elephants. We'll march in a month. Go, move. Force march. I know this is gonna definitely kill off our reinforcements to 0, but this is war of attrition right now. This is our best shot at defeating them here. No, don't let them get away. We got them here. Get them before these guys come. Our side might win. Reinforcements are en route. Go now. Still unsure if we're gonna win or not. We had the same idea. It'll take a long time for them to get here. This is our most desperate hour now. We got him. We got him. That's the largest battle to date. And the reinforcements of the mercenaries came here at a good time. But right now, we cannot have any more manpower. Because we need 60,000 more, and we're under that. We're under that, and so are they. Until it reaches near 0, then we have no choice but to fight them as well. I mean, they can't refill any more of their cohorts either. So they're also damaged goods. Scare them out. New military tradition. Go for this in the nobility ride, more light cavalry offense. Which is what we need, because we have light cavalry. Soon we'll have better fort defense. Then we'll have heavy infantry maintenance cost and heavy infantry offense. Try to imitate, you know, some of the Roman legions, but instead, well, my goodness, these mercenaries are near exhausted. Demosthenes. Mercenaries are just bad. Just march them out of here. Get on the run. Go back and take Salernum. Make them run. All the way. And stay out. Need to keep the elephant so we can reinforce it. Governor's dead. Okay, might as well be you. Okay, we got our objective. We got our objective. We only lost one battle at the very beginning, but it only took all of our strength combined to defeat the Romans. And, had this war continued on, we would have been beating each other up like exhausted boxers. And boy, it's gonna take a long time to get everybody home. And yeah, you have a tendency to say boy a lot. And I got enough money to pay off these mercenaries as well. Remember, we wanted Velia. Only that. I do not want Lucania because that's not our real objective. Our real objective is to take that city. The city is the way to form the Phocaean League. But, here's a question. Wait, look, we'll get it. Just, do we want this man to have the honor to be the, what's that nickname? Omagrios. Omagrios. Whatever that means. Does that mean founder in Greek? I mean, I'll look it up after the episode and I'll address it in the next. Remember, Velia. It's the way for the Phocaean League. And I promise that once I get that city, I do not desire to hold it. Because, you know, the Romans will get their revenge, and we won't be able to defend it. We know how to defeat the Romans, and it's with great numbers, and clever tactics, and better generals. They have one general that is equal to ours, but we just did what we could. Despite the fact that we Massalia do not have the heritage of military prowess like the Romans, like the Spartans, the Thebians even, or any of the Diadochi out east. But now I guess, well, we've accomplished that. Yeah. But I'm not gonna get that one. No. That's out of the question. Again, if you want to complete this mission, get far from home. But also I kind of want to get this in the future of this series. But forming the Phocaean League is the major goal of that series. And we achieved it here. Establishing our presence in Magna Graecia would be counterproductive to us, as we have desires to go further west. Luckily, in case you people were wondering, what about the Celto-Iberians? They're in civil war right now, which they've also exhausted themselves, as the rebels, well, speaking of exhausted boxers, they're beating up each other like them as well. So maybe our next war we need to dismantle them before we go after the Carthaginians. And I'll be happy to get the city, just only the city. I don't want the territory. And then sell the territory, make some money off of it, pay off the mercenaries, and get back home, back to Iberia. But at least we slightly expanded the army. And it's going to take a long time to reinforce all of it, and we'll be vulnerable to attacks, be it barbarians or the northern tribes. Well, don't worry about them. They're still in civil war as well. So I think we should be in good hands for peace. At least Carthage hasn't attacked. Because have they? Well, they don't have the manpower. Because the armies are stuck in Iberia. So we got them. As we said, we outfoxed them. But before we end this war lasted for, just 5 years. It lasted for 5 years. We took 92,000 casualties. That's all of ours. Again, we were alone in this war, basically. Don't mind them. And we took on mainly Romans. And they lost 129,000. We killed off a few populations and enslaved quite a few because we were only focused on Lucania and Lucania only. But in actuality, we just only want the city. Which, by the way, what's the trade good here? Temporary. Wood. And it's a pirate haven. Great. As if I need more pirates. Okay. Again, we got the war goal. Just take it and leave it. And maybe we can release a few nations just to spite them. Oh no, they're asking for too much. It's too much of the war score, you know. What about Sicania? Sicania. That they just acquired. Sicilia. Tarentum. Hey, speaking of Magna Graecia, how we release them, all of them, just to, you know, that's something for them to bother. So go for the smaller cities. Croton. Metapontum. Not Tarentum. I know it's not a valid treaty. And we can't take any more. So Croton and Metapontum to be released. And no, we're not going to make them subjects, because Rome will be going after that in the meantime. But hey, it's just to make them lose a bit of territory. No, that is all. And you don't want to make somebody a subject, or cancelling subjects. Which of course that would be like those two, and they don't matter. Again, we just wanted the city. We don't want the province. We starved that population out, so that's the Romans' problem now. And Velia too, for the time being. There you have it. Croton and Metapontum. They're back. Pay them off. So 106 gold to pay them. And as for the other mercenaries, and we'll pay them another 600. And now, let's skedaddle. Velia is ours, but we cannot stay here for long. Not terribly keen on appointing a governor. But, hey, you got a child. Macartatus. Interesting. That's whom you choose. You're a Democrat now, officially. That's good. Just to make him a bit smaller. Again, they're going to need 52,000 to get back, and they're going to be vulnerable to attacks. And a lot of money to be making for them. Well, we'll be vulnerable, but we're going to be better off in the long run. Oh, y'all want another jump? Well, you ain't having it. But, honestly, despite the fact of what that man has done over the years, and we know that the peace is going to last 5 years, right? 4 years, okay. So we got 4 years before it expires, and they're going to want revenge for losing this piece of land. We didn't want the whole province as they thought of. No, we just want the city. This is just to form the Phocaean League. And I was thinking, should we form it under that man? No, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about myself. Agonitis, who is gonna die of depression, despite one-eyed. And he's an old man. And his successor is not the kind that we kind of want exactly. Not the kind that we want to come. What kind of words are you using? I mean, we know he's a traditionalist. He's depressed too, like I. I mean, I wish it was him, but he's too young. He's got 10 years until he's eligible to be elected, which he's got a bit of time to build his reputation. Perhaps we may put him in one of the newer armies that we'll create eventually, a smaller one, just to get his popularity up, as he's Democrat now. And if we need him, then we gotta get rid of him. Arthritis and cancer. Maybe he'll die off before we even think about killing him. So, do not worry. The future is secure, so you know what? Screw it. Go for it. I'll take up the Magrios nickname. So Massalia will now be known as the Phocaean League. This will add 2 citizen populations with stated culture, religion, and 2 more freemen. Massalia is an emerging capital with local population growth, more civilization, and more freeman happiness. And 2 free province investments. And gain claims on all Phocaean colonies. So let's end the episode with that note. We have, after many trials and much turmoil, united the Phocaean diaspora, which was set adrift by the Persian barbarians so long ago, and the process established the Hellenic mercantile empire in the western Mediterranean. Our people rejoice, as do Massalians everywhere, to be so blessed by the gods. The ills of the past are made easier by Tide's recent gifts. Now our leader, Archon Magonitis, is being affectionately referred to as Magrios, the Uniter. Ah, that's what that means. Never surrender! And that's what we did here, in the lands of Lucania. We never surrendered. And before we get out of this episode and send everybody home, here it is. Phocaean League with a new color. And take a good look at our flag. Have a look at it. Despite the fact that I am a very complex person, but you cannot deny that the Xanophids do have a future. And it's just a nickname, it's not a trait, so I'm already prominent as I am. It's just a nickname. So, despite the fact of his age and his dying health, his failing health, there you go, then at least he's achieved it. And soon another Xanophid will be running things, who is from a different branch of the Xanophid family. But it would be much preferred that once he passes, then it shall be, at least I hope, that it'll be another one of the Xanophids to be running things. As Antigonos the Tasmatere. I mean, he's getting there. He's working on his statesmanship very well. And he's got a son. The future is bright for our family, as we are now known as the Phocaean League. And our future will look westward, not eastward, because we're just gonna, in the next episodes, we're all gonna go home, sell the city back to the Romans, or maybe Croton, which they do have the money. And so the Romans can actually fight to reclaim those lands, thus keeping themselves busy while I go west. So yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is quite possibly one of the greatest episodes that I've ever done in terms of how crazy it was. Yeah. Well, we survived. The nation survived. And the series will continue after this. We'll see you in the next one. And until then, so long for now.